What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. I was about to say today is Friday. It's not Friday, it's December 31st. I was about to say, wait, it's Friday. No, today is, hey Siri, what's today? I don't know what today is. Girl, today Wednesday or Thursday? Oh, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, miércoles, Mercury's day. It's Wednesday. It would be. Isn't that funny? Wednesday, like Wednesday Adams, but Wednesday, Mercury rules the day Wednesday. Isn't that funny? It's so funny. And you know what's so crazy is that, like, literally the days of the week in Spanish are named after the planets. Isn't that crazy? Except for Domingo. Yeah, except for okay, lunes is the moon for Monday, jueves, Jupiter for Tuesday, miércoles, Wednesday for Mercury. No, jueves, miércoles, what is Sunday? Domingo, lunes, martes. No, Tuesday is martes for Mars. Wednesday for miércoles is Mercury. Thursday, jueves for Jupiter. Friday, viernes for Venus. Saturday, sábado for Saturn. And Sunday, domingo for the sun. But the sun is Sol. So Domingo is the only one that isn't really named after a planet. But everything else, I had to give my days. I had to give my days of the week. Learn your days of the week. Learn how to count. Learn your days of the week. Learn your pleasantries. Learn your numbers, your alphabet. It's good to know your alphabet. Um, I got it down. I got my alphabet down. I got my numbers, days of the week, months of the year. I mean, I should. I should actually. You know what's really a shame? I should actually speak more fluent Spanish. I should be able to speak fluent Spanish. First of all, based off the way I was raised, I used to have friends like in when I went to when I went to this little community college, and I had a friend, and she would only speak to me in Spanish. Oh, I'm gonna roll this with the roller. She would only speak to me in Spanish, so I understand Spanish really well because people would always I'd be like, just talk to me, just speak to me in Spanish. I'll answer in English and try to, blend in a little Spanish. That's what people were like, I don't know how to learn. I'm telling you, I know a woman who learned Spanish by listening to Spanish radio stations and watching novellas. And she learned, and then of course speaking it, but she was always watching novellas, and she was all every time you got in her car, the stations were on the Spanish speaking stations. That's how she learned to speak Spanish. She learned how to understand Spanish, what they were talking about. It's the conjugating of the verbs is what is the trick in Spanish. So you can either say me, you, they, them, us, right? And then yeah, so yeah, learn a new language. um I don't know many words in French. I know a lot of sayings in Tagalog. I won't say them here because they're not nice. I do know how to say I love you in Tagalog, mahakita. I know how to say that. Um, what else? But yeah, the days of the week are the for in Spanish are named are like literally after the planets. I mean, our days are named they're named after the planet. It's after the planets. Monday is the day of the moon. Wednesday is the day of communication and Mercury. I love being a child of Mercury. I really do. It feels so good. I'm so like every time I look at like my natal chart and then like just I just like I was literally born at the right time, you know? I was literally born at the right time. Neptune is in Sagittarius. You want me to read what it means? Neptune is Sagittarius in the third house. Neptune in the third house gives a clever personality with subtle charm. You are witty and poetic. You are fond of higher education, but you tend to be a dreamer and may miss out on serious study because of it. You see the world through the mystical third eye rather than the usual binocular setup that allows most people to get along. But because of your extraordinary visionary viewpoint, you may see more than others and also miss out on some of the mundane details. You may suffer from some confusion regarding communication received, or perhaps where close relatives are concerned, or have feelings of insecurity stemming from your early years that carry over into your adult life. You can be indecisive and worrisome, but you are also broad minded and mentally creative. It benefits you to learn to focus your considerable creative potential and to let yourself become a channel for higher forms of thought to flow into your own life and through you into the world around you. Okay. Neptune in Sagittarius gives an impressionable, idealistic, and very intuitive personality. You are inclined to be mystical and are high minded, seeing life in terms of visionary and poetic feelings rather than in practical terms. You are capable of great belief in the unknown and unproven. You are inclined to scholarly pursuits, but may feel a lack of motivation or vagueness with respect to educational goals. You also have a strong desire to explore and travel, to try novel ideas and experiment with new ways of doing things. You may be attracted to spiritual studies or psychedelics as a way to achieve a transcendent mind state and of mystical union with all creation. Your challenge lies in relying on your considerable inner vision to unfold your unique pathway to make concrete and real your flights of consciousness to other realms and bring this vision back to you into society at large. I told you I was born at the right time. My eyes are open. I was born at the right time. I was. My eyes closed when I smile. Um, but I was born at the right time. I love reading my chart. I'd be like, yes, 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 that's it, that's it. The education part, the everything, the whole little thing. So yeah, I do have a little Sag in my chart and Neptune, where it counts actually. I mean, it counts everywhere, but for me, it's where it counts for me. And then I got a lot of earth, water, air, fire, air, water, fire, um, air, Gemini. I was like, air. My Mars is in Gemini. That's why I'll be ready to go to war. I'll be ready. Did you like the video yet, girl? We have been talking about the girls like y'all like when I get into my little astrology bag, my little astrology bag. Just a little bit, just a little bag. As a matter of fact, I was about to get into studying my aspects, back into studying my aspects. And I don't know where I put that notebook because I was about to start getting back into my studies. Sometimes I get overwhelmed and I put it down for a while and then I go back. It's a lot of information. And when did I roll the weed up? I did. I was rolling the. I really, literally, unconsciously did that. I don't even remember rolling it up. I don't even remember licking the paper. I gotta go back and watch this. Anyways, also I'm thinking about getting my teeth whitened when I go to the dentist the next time. I'm gonna ask her to do me up a little polishing and whitening. I'm gonna do the cosmetic, like, I feel like they're just, I don't know, people say, but I feel like they're too bony. I need just a little lighter. Anyways, so I don't know what is going on in the world today. I'm trying to think what was going on last night that I saw, anything that I saw
I sponsor the now. I sponsor the
Let me
blog.
tell you something.
online. I heard this woman saying something about black women. Um, her caption over her photo, over her video, was saying black women are the least likely to get married. And then she started talking about a woman saying that is she supposed to buy her husband's, she didn't know she was supposed to buy her husband's ring for the wedding. And the woman was like, you don't know that you're supposed to buy your husband's ring? What do you think? You know, this and that. And but then her caption didn't even make sense. It didn't even go. And then like people in the comments were like, how did black women get into this? But there are still men out there. Let me tell you something, ladies. If you are within the sound of my voice, married, not looking for marriage, whatever your desire is, do not ever allow anyone to shame you by saying you're the least likely to get married. Your response should be, especially if it's a black man, your response should be, well, studies show that if I'm married to you, you would actually put me into poverty. So that's good that I'm not married. And then they can be like, what are you talking about? Show me the stats. And there is a study that shows that within the black community, poverty lies with the black man. I'm not making that up. I didn't say that. It's a study. I think it was about 5 or 6 years. I don't know how long ago it was. I can look it up because it's like it comes right up. It's by the Brookings Institute. Poverty, Brookings, black men. The inheritance of poverty is all about men. Black men born to low income parents are more likely. This was 2018, so 6 years ago. 6 years ago, yeah, 6 years ago, almost 6 years ago. So you can always direct them to that. I'm not going to go through the study with you, but it does say that like if you marry a black man, when you're done, like if you're going to either be you're going to either be living in poverty, and then when you divorce, you're more than likely to be left impoverished. Because typically, and see that's the reason why people are getting married for love, because typically you're going to marry somebody who has like property and assets, and like you know that this person has proven, like when you get married for love, the person really doesn't have to prove that they're able to sustain the lifestyle. You haven't looked that far, right? After, I guess you look, I guess when you're dating, you can kind of figure it out. But if you decide to marry someone and he doesn't have property, he doesn't have assets, he doesn't have a portfolio, he doesn't have himself set up, right? I feel like no man, like, and then like, well, you'll never know when you're ready. No, I feel like no man should be looking to marry anyone if you don't own property, if you don't have a portfolio. You should not be asking anyone to marry you for love. You shouldn't. That's where I am with it. I feel like if you are out in the world seeking marriage, like a man is like, you talk to a man and you're like, do you want to get married? He's like, yeah. Do you have any property? What do you have to, like, say for instance, if I were to have children, what do you have if, and then you die in the coming years, what will you have to leave to your children that you don't even have yet? Nobody's pregnant, anything. But are you set up to then give your name and put your name on something, and a group of people to say, this is my family, this is what I built and they came? You understand what I'm saying? And then I have my family out of this, and I have things to leave them if anything were to happen to me. Like, that's called, even if it's to me, even if it's like a small scale, that's building some type of legacy. When you have something to leave to your offspring, something that they can have to say, like, oh, this is my father, or my father, he died and he left me this, right? If you can't say that, you should not be looking to partner with anybody. You should not even want to create offspring knowing that they can't come to you, or when it's all said and done, they have something to show for being your child. And you've had the privilege of having this family around you, but you can't leave them anything. I feel like men who don't have nothing should not be looking for marriage. Like if you don't own a piece of property, you don't have a good retirement, or like whatever your portfolio, investments, whatever you're doing, your portfolio needs to look right. And then when a man asks you for your hand in marriage, I need to see your whole little portfolio. Because if you and I are going into, like, for instance, I'll just put it in business terms. If you and I were going into business together, you would want to know, like, does she have any debt? Does she have any liens? Does she have anybody coming to look for her before I um, collaborate and come together and tie ourselves together legally? I have to make sure this person is not in any other system. Do you know what I mean? And I think I remember on Facebook a long time ago when I said marriage is a business. When I tell you the men, they're in the it's not a business, it's about love. Yeah, motherfucker. Because the only reason why you have a wife is because she loved you. Because anything else, you would be off the board. You would not even be eligible. And that is the reason why people get married for love. And that is the reason why they market it for love. Because you can actually go marry a man who has no assets, no portfolio, no land, no nothing. You can actually go get married to him because you love him, and he don't have nothing to leave you, nothing to offer you. Even if you were to get a divorce, he still wouldn't have anything to give you. So when somebody tries to insult you by saying you're not married, black women are the least likely to get married, well, good. Because we see how women who are married, girl, I saw a video yesterday of this woman. The people were trying to say it was AI, but baby, she was looking crazy, and then got a divorce and just a glow up. It was just like none other, because they're like designed to siphon. Like, you're the resource, right? You're the resource. You are the resource, whether it's labor, whatever. It's, you are the labor source for this man. And that's, I wouldn't even, I mean, girl, I don't want to be, that's not a, being married is not a flex. Telling somebody that you're the least likely to get married, hallelujah, 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 good, good, good. If I'm the least likely to get married, good. I actually think it's an honor that I have never been married. I've never had to divorce anyone. I've never. I feel like that's like ding, ding, ding. That's in my journey, in my video game, not getting married, passing the level and not getting married. That is, I get an achievement for that. Right? Some of the girls, I saw some, I saw some clips. I saw a clip yesterday, this girl, and she was dancing. She was like, I made it through the year. And this something she said, no man, no pregnancies, and something else she said. I said, I know that's right. She was like, I'm single, no pregnancies, and something else she said. I was like, she was dancing. I was like, yeah, that's, to me, that's when the badges, like, ding, 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 the badges come up, girl. Don't nobody want to be tied to you weird ass niggas. Y'all niggas is weird. All of you niggas, the white niggas, the Asian niggas, the Latina niggas, the niggas, all of you niggas is crazy. All of you niggas is crazy. So you can't shame people. And then what I said, this is what I said in the comment. I'm gonna go to the post. So I talked about it enough. You probably like, Erica, what the hell are you talking about? Hold on, let me go to the post. What is this new feature? You know what? I really think that Threads is full of rage baiting bots. I really feel like it. I really feel like they want Threads to be rage baity like Facebook. And since they're owned by the same company, I could see that being their kind of objective is for engagement. But let's throw some bots in there with some weird statements and things like that, because the statements are, they're like, you can't be a human being in 2025 saying these things, like, really crazy as hell. Really crazy as hell. Hold on, let me find it. That's what I said. I said what's with the rage baiting bots on this app? I just don't get it. The things that they say when I'm telling you, hold on. I'm going to read you what this person said. How can I see? Oh, um, okay. Replies. This is a woman. It appears to be a woman. We don't know if it's really a woman. And her post says, opinion, I'll get hated for. So you already know that is your objective. Your objective is to say something that you know people are going to hate. And she says, being a housewife is so rewarding. She has 298 comments under here. Um, I don't believe that this is a real person. I said, you will never get a reward, a trophy, or a badge for all the labor you do. You're a rage baiter, probably a man behind this profile. This is another woman. I'm not a cis woman. I'm a woman. Please stop playing with me. I said, the only reason why you think cis is derogatory is because you use trans as a derogatory term. So y'all want to be all about the science, the science. Well, that's in science, they would call you a cisgender woman. And you only think that you think it's derogatory. Don't call me cis because you use trans as derogatory. So you think cis is derogatory when it's just really a scientific term. But yeah, that's what the rage baiters on threads now. But listen to this woman. Her caption says, Black women are the least married, and here's why. And then before I get into her dialogue, she said, or to her monologue, she says, there's another post that's on the page, and it says, I'm Latina, and I didn't know this, but I also think that like that's why Latinos have all those padrinos, because every padrino pays for everything and the whole wedding is free. And in some cases the dad has to pay for the woman. So it's a cultural thing. That's not knowing. Don't say Black women. Let's stop hating on our Black women next year, please. So this is the woman saying this.
Black women are unmarried and are going to remain unmarried is for this reason. I just saw a Black woman get on Beyonce's internet and have the unmitigated gall to say that she didn't know the woman buys the man the wedding band.
First of all, for a woman not knowing that she's supposed to buy a man a wedding band, how do you put that in the bucket of unmitigated gall? You must have just heard that phrase, because that is not like she had the unmitigated gall to think that a wedding band was that she has to buy her husband a wedding band or a future husband a wedding band. I'm gonna let her keep going. Let me start all over so that you can hear the words. She has the word of the day app. She just doesn't know how to use several words and phrases. We'll just continue listening. I'm going to start from the beginning, and I'm not going to interrupt her. Let's go.
So the reason why a lot of Black women are unmarried and are going to remain unmarried is for this reason. I just saw a Black woman get on Beyonce's internet and have the unmitigated gall to say that she didn't know the woman buys the man the wedding band. So, ma'am, who did you think bought it? I know you didn't think that he bought his own ring. You couldn't be that stupid. And see, this is the type of shit I'm talking about. Y'all are fucking slow. Y'all don't know basic semantics. Who else would buy his wedding band the same way he buy your engagement ring and your wedding band? That's the least you could do is buy his wedding band. Like, ladies, what the fuck?
And I guess she says that's the reason why you guys are going to stay unmarried. Huh? Unmitigated gall. Hey Siri, The phrase unmitigated gall, what does that mean?
Unmitigated means absolute, unqualified.
So you have the unqualified audacity, basically, because gall is like the nerve. Like, I can't believe you actually did that. You have the unmitigated gall to believe that a man or woman has to buy her husband's wedding band. When I tell you the comments is wearing her ass out. Hold on, let me get to the comments. They was like the people were like, how did black women get in this?
Remain unmarried.
Why are we getting so? I put no one cares. I said any woman encouraging women to marry under a system of patriarchy is an agent. The data is clear. Marriage does not benefit women, it benefits men and the state. Stop urging women into legal binding contracts with their greatest statistical threat. If someone is still selling marriage as safety or success, run far away. The ideology was never built for women's protection or freedom. Please shut the fuck up. And there's a man in the comments, just he put laughing emojis because you know I ate that, and you can't say nothing. You can't do nothing but laugh at your ass being a joke because you the joke. You the joke, nigga. Please leave these low vibrational conversations in 2025. Y'all not exhausted yet? This is a man. Wait a minute, she called us slow, but used the word semantics in the incorrect way. Okay, Tip. And they call you T.I., bitch. You guys don't get the basic semantics. What? Your husband should have bought you a dictionary and a thesaurus for your wedding instead of a fucking ring, bitch. Very much black, very much married. My friends are too. Girl, if you hate yourself, your mama, your aunties, your grandma, just say that. Because what? I bought my husband's wedding band. So because she didn't know what it means, a whole race of women aren't going to get married. And this is a black woman issue because what? How are we not exhausted? Girl, don't put her slowness on us as a whole. Don't call people stupid about stuff they don't know. How are they going to know something if they were never taught? I'm tired of the same discussions. God forbid y'all find something relevant to talk about. I'm telling you, like I don't know what the psychology is. Can a psychologist, a therapist, or somebody studying psychology get in the comments? Because what, I don't know. I mean, a relationship is a relationship. I think we all talk about we all we do is talk about relationships, right? Because everybody is relating to each other, whether it's the two people in the store who just got, the lady with the homophobic tirade, shy Brittany Colbert. I found her on Facebook. She's a Hebrew Israelite. So there you go. I found her talking about. I found her. Hold on. Let me let you hear and I said, okay. Oh, okay. This is what it's giving. Listen to her.
It's going to control. Right.
I'm about to play the audio of the woman who was on that homophobic tirade with that man in the grocery store. I found her on Facebook, and there's a video of her. I don't know how old this video is. She looks a little younger, but the same. But she goes by Shy Colbert on Facebook. And she's over here with a little head wrap on, her little plaits coming down underneath her head wrap. And I want you to hear what she's saying. And I said, oh, this kind of explains what happened in that store. So listen.
This internet stuff is retarded. But anyways, the black man is the head, not the woman. You know what I'm saying? We got two.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really.
How many women out here that's too independent, too masculine, and they thinking like they don't need no man. And that's not true. That's not true. It's not true. But at the same time, we got a lot of men out here that's entertaining these dark forces, and they're not respecting themselves. They're not respecting their time. They're not respecting their bodies. They're not respecting themselves at all. And it's time to get yourself together. If you don't get yourself together, they're going to try to wipe out all the men. which is the goal. And then, so the woman.
Yes, 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 bitch. You goddamn right. Get rid of all the men. That's what, girl. Anybody afraid of them getting rid of all the men, girl, go sit down. Go sit your ass down. And here's another clip I want to play. Shout out to Chris Diggy for posting it, because this is what I want to say.
Shut up, girl. Shut up. Shut up, girl. Shut up. Shut up, girl. Shut up.
Baby, you know that's about to be a clip that is going into the vault. Thanks. Shout out to Chris Diggy, because he posted the other day. He posted it yesterday talking about Ashley. Girl, did y'all see Ashley down there talking about she's abiding the law by trying to fuck Sharice's son? Girl, what? Girl, don't. It doesn't matter if it's not against the law. You literally sound like a 30-year-old man trying to have sex with an 18-year-old talking about, at least I'm abiding by the law. You big forehead bitch. You a damn predator, just like your motherfucking ex-husband. Tired ass bitch. I hope she gets kicked off of Real Housewives of Potomac. I do not like Ashley Darby. When I tell you that's, girl, I can't stand that lady. And even just her whole little vibe, just her, it is giving Pennywise. The whole vibe, your big ass head. Get your big ass head out of my damn TV, girl. Girl, I cannot stand Ashley motherfucking Stewie Darby, bitch. I can't stand Trashly Darby, girl. She over there trying to justify fraternizing with Sharice's son. Talking about, we are two consenting adults. That's what them 60-year-old men say about 18-year-olds. We are two consenting adults. Girl, that's not what we're talking about. Whether or not you broke the law. So you mean your morals are in alignment with the law. So as long as the law, so if the law said it was okay for you to start fucking this boy or trying to fuck this boy at 15, you would be okay with, we two consenting adults. Shut up, Ashley.
Shut up, girl. Shut up.
Trash box. Girl, I tell you, they wearing her ass out. When I tell you the comments passed the vibe check. She was down to there. You know, I'm not watching Potomac. But Sharice went on Carlos King and was like, she thought that Ashley was lying when she said that something about her son taking her son took her home and then they kissed and all this other. And she thinks it's funny. And she has this little grin on her face when this little, like, it's like this. Evil, but smiling, right? That's why I could never get Botox. I use my face too much. Evil, but smiling. Evil, but smiling. A little sinister grin on her face, you dog. You over there trying to sleep with this boy. I don't give a damn if he came on to you. That's the same shit these motherfucking predator old men say about these young girls. She came on to me. She tried to kiss me. We're two consenting adults. That doesn't care. Nobody would care if you were with that guy and he had no relation to Sharice. Literally, nobody would care. But the fact that you knew that boy when he was a teenager and he offered to take you home, even if he leaned in for a kiss, you should have said, baby, no. I think you are a cutie pie, but I'm your mother's friend and this is out of order. But no, you hot in the pants just like a motherfucking man was. And that's why when he grabbed Katie's boyfriend or her ex-husband's ass on that dance floor, go back and watch that scene, because Ashley tries to divert her gaze. She saw all of it. Ashley knew who her husband was, and you just like him. That's why it does give dirty foot tent by the freeway, plastic lawn furniture. You remember that lawn furniture from the 70s that was plastic and you be sticking on it when you sit down? Them old damn lawn chairs. You old fucking trailer trash bitch. That's exactly what she is to me. She gives me, oh, you old dirty foot, Pabst Blue Ribbon, Newport smoking bitch. That's exactly what you give me. And then you want to run around and tell people they shouldn't be using, and didn't even know, girl, like clocking people's blackness. Ashley has no business. That's literally the reason why I cannot watch that show. because Ashley and Gizelle literally chap I cannot stand Gizelle. I used to like Gizelle. Go back and watch my reviews for the first couple of seasons. I used to like Gizelle. After that, I don't know. She literally turned into the sorority sister from hell. She literally has. And they run that motherfucking show like it's a line and people are trying to cross. And you get hazed, made fun of, rumors started about you, all kind of shit to see if you can make it. It's goddamn Survivor Big Brother. That's why I keep saying, take that motherfucking show out of the housewives umbrella because it doesn't give housewives, you broke bitches down there on fucking eating Wawa sandwiches out of and juice boxes and on paddle boats on a Groupon fucking coupon, bitch. Get your broke asses out of here. None of you hoes can dress. All of you look a mess. I don't really pay attention to this season. I'm talking about Ashley and Gizelle. You trashy bitches, you. Yes. Yeah, I don't like them. And once they leave that show, I will watch Potomac because I don't mind Stacey. I think Stacey is funny. I don't give a fuck. She's a liar. All them hoes is lying. Gizelle will lie on you and say that your baby is not your husband's baby. She'll lie on you and say your husband tried to grab somebody's ass. Those are the kind of lies she tells. Lies that can change somebody's reality. Fuck that bitch. And I don't understand why she is boosted up the way she is in Bravo. I don't get it. And all it does is reaffirm the reason why these light-skinned women with mediocre skills can't show up, don't share their lives, get rewarded. That's why I can't watch this shit, because I cannot stand you bitches who think because you look a certain way that you should be given things. And what happens? All they do is reaffirm her fucking delusions that she should be given things for her mediocrity. Gizelle and Ashley, you mediocre bitches need to get the fuck off this show. Then I'll watch. Girl, that's why I can't watch it. You see, just in those few minutes, they really get me off. I don't like it. I don't like it. And it's a constant reminder. And people given things that are mediocre when people actually really have talent and they're overlooked because they don't look a certain way. That really, I am triggered by that. I do not like people being given things based on the way they look and their skills lack everywhere else. Everywhere else. I cannot stand that favoritism. Somebody said, oh, you just mad because you don't have pretty privilege. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I would rather be known for my brain than my shell that when it's all said and done turns into dust, into rocks. I don't give a fuck. Long as they say she was smart, I don't care what they say. I really don't. As long as you say she was smart, everything else, I don't care. But these bitches bank on their looks because in every other aspect, they're mediocre. And then they're given rewarded things because we live in a system where mediocrity is rewarded. Look at the White House. Look at the motherfucking president of the United States. No qualifications, none at all. Except he's over 35 and a citizen. That's it. They literally, in every other country that I have studied and understood about their military, if they have a military or a head of state, that head of state has been in the military of that country. This man has never served, actually dodged the draft. How disgusting. And then for y'all to be acting like vets and things are given so much honor and glory and praise. And this motherfucker is not even. How are you the commander in chief and never have served anywhere in any army and any armed forces? Never. But you've been given the seat as the commander in chief. That's terrible. That's terrible. But that's an example of how people who don't have any skills anywhere else are given things. The mediocrity is rewarded. I hate it. Patooey. I don't like it. And I don't like Ashley. I don't like Gizelle. They literally remind me of that type of person who gets things just simply based on the way that they look. So it reminds me of that, and I'm very much triggered by that. Where people are given platforms, microphones, podcasts. It really chaps my heart. I'd be looking like, bitch, you are mediocre. You can't even talk right. And you up here with a fucking podcast. You don't even know words. And you with a podcast. Shut up. You don't have any. What the fuck does Megan James from Bad Girls Club have a podcast for? Bitch, what are you talking about? You don't have nothing. What can you offer to the fucking to the ethos? What? What are you talking about? Nothing. But you over there with a podcast and a studio. Just everything set up for you. I don't like that. I'm triggered by that. I am. I'm very much triggered by that. People given chances that don't deserve it. And when the person who actually has the skill to do it, you overlook them because they don't look a certain way. I don't like that. Somebody else had Evan Lozada. What the fuck are you doing with a podcast, bitch? Girl, give me a break. What are Evelyn and Shanice? What can you offer the world? Look at y'all. Girl, whatever. I got pissed. I'm out of here. I don't like it. Just giving things. Why the fuck did Gizelle and Robin get a motherfucking podcast down to Charlemagne's podcast network? Why? Why them? If anyone should have been given a podcast, should have been Candace. Now, Candace is down there with a podcast with her friend. I don't know what network it's on, but she wasn't given no podcast. Reasonably shady. And then y'all so unoriginal, you're literally taking front, like you're in court with Eminem. And y'all want to make it a fucking spectacle and don't want to move forward unless he comes to court? Y'all are weak. What are y'all over there talking about? Y'all be listening to Reasonably Shady? Girl, I never listened to an episode ever. Mm-mm. And Monique, see, that's why I can't watch Potomac. Monique, you simple-minded, smooth-brained bitch. You down there apologizing to Gizelle after she said in your motherfucking face and told the people that Chris wasn't your baby father for this last baby, and you invited her in the house, and then instead of whooping her ass, you whoop Candace's ass, and then you come back on this motherfucking show and apologize to Gizelle, you stupid ass bitch. When I tell you, girl, that's raggedy to me. That is raggedy. It is raggedy to me. You apologize to Gizelle. She harmed you. Isn't that the reason why you beat up Candace? Because you had misdirected anger? Because Candace didn't do anything to you to deserve what you did to her. I'm sleep. You making up shit that don't make sense and still doing it. You're weak. How would you apologize to Gizelle? See, that kind of stuff, it just really, like something in me, it really just really bothers me. How could you do that? And then not apologize to Candace. You apologize to somebody that hurt you, but you can't apologize to the person that you harmed. But you could apologize to the person who harmed you. Who's your fucking therapist, bitch? Who the fuck told you I'm growing and I'm healing? You're healing, and your healing journey sent you on a mission to apologize to the person who said your motherfucking husband wasn't your last baby's father? Girl, I can't watch Potomac because I would be down here. The whole review would be like this, except for talking about Stacey and laughing at her shenanigans. I can't get jiggy with that shit. Somebody in the comments said Stefan Diggs is screwing his chef. That's why she had to leave when Cardi came. A woman says she ended her engagement and moved out simply because she changed her mind. No cheating, no drama, just peace and a fresh start. Let's listen.
Choosing yourself.
Okay.
I ended my
Okay.
Ended my engagement, and today I'm moving out. There wasn't any betrayal. He didn't cheat or anything. Honestly, I just changed my mind. Sometimes clarity comes quietly. Choosing yourself doesn't always need a big explanation. But my village, the women in my life, are so amazing. They've shown up for me in more ways than one, helping me pass, sitting with me, praying for me, making a hard transition feel lighter just by being there. I'm so grateful for community, for having people who hold you up when you're stepping into something new. So here I am, closing this chapter, putting pieces of my old life into storage, and stepping into a new season. I don't know exactly what the future holds, but I am excited. I feel at peace, and I'm ready for what's next in the new year. Ended my engagement. I ended my engagement. I have been debating sharing this with the internet. I always said that I was never going to be the kind of influencer that only shares the good parts of my life. I've been able to build a platform because I'm authentic. It's really important for me to own my narrative instead of letting people assume and start rumors. Ending my engagement was the hardest thing I think I've ever had to do in my entire life. It's really not the breakup itself that's hard, but it's also having to break up with the idea of the future that you planned and grieving that too. And at this big age, 31 years old, it feels like your clock is ticking faster and faster. I think that if sharing my story helps just one person, then it's worth it. I was trying so hard to make it work. Eventually, I ended my engagement. I trying to make it work felt exhausting. It literally took me accepting the hard truth that I tried to ignore. At the moment I accepted that and said it out loud, I felt so much relief and honestly freedom. Not because I didn't care. I was finally listening to myself. Now I have to start over, rebuild myself, move out. It's scary. There's a lot of uncertainty, but that's also kind of the beauty in all of this. I get to start over. I am doing my best and I'm figuring it out one day at a time. So that's my truth. Love you. Bye. Trying to make it work.
Okay, so her caption says, "You're allowed to change your mind. You're allowed to realize something no longer works for you, even if you're exhausted, even after you've exhausted every effort. Life is too short to stay where love doesn't meet you fully." And then her other caption says, "Spending more than a year in couples therapy." Didn't I tell you? Couples therapy. That's the thing. I'm telling you, if I was in politics for my state, I would try to get a bill passed that says you cannot get a marriage license without a set number of hours of couples counseling. Because if I, I'm sure therapists, couples therapists, family therapists can agree that I think the majority of people going through therapy with the person that they want to marry, by the time those sessions are over, something's going to come up where that person is going to change their mind, right? If we can get you into this union without you thinking, going on the idea of what the future could be. Remember, I said crossing your fingers with your hands behind your back, hoping and praying that this man could fit into the silhouette of the life that you dreamed for yourself. I'm going to finish reading. Spending more than a year in couples counseling, couples therapy, and ultimately changing your mind and deciding it's not working for you isn't blindsiding someone. We went on a break in July, and I changed my mind about wanting to stay in the relationship. I wasn't fully happy and decided to leave in October. Nothing about my walking away was sudden. There was more than enough effort to get in alignment. It unfortunately didn't work out, and that's okay. I wish him nothing but the best and pray he meets a godly, beautiful, loving, caring woman who is in better alignment with him. She says, "This shit is crazy. Story time. I met my now fiance about 2.5 years ago. I'd never seen or met this man until I followed him on Instagram. We exchanged numbers, and the first thing I noticed was that he had the same area code as me. Come to find out, he's from my city. Here's where shit starts to get interesting. So I take my man home to meet my family, and my grandpa happens to know his dad through a mutual friend. This is the first wow, what a small world interaction. The second is crazy. My biological father has spent most of my life in prison. He got out a year ago, and about a month ago, I decided to fly him to Dallas to visit. So my dad was there this past week. We were hanging out and chopping it up. Come to motherfucking find out. My fiance's dad was it the prison warden at my dad's prison. They know each other. My dad over here talking about my fiance's dad taught him how to cook squash and zucchini in prison, and he helped him lead his culinary program. The whole time, my fiance and I have no idea about each other, but our dads are literally together every day for years. Talk about full circle, small world, divine timing type of moment. Because what? If I didn't think we were meant to be, I for damn sure believe it now. Then some people are responding saying, being a good nigga is pointless. Just because you're a good man doesn't mean that you're going to be a good husband. Doesn't mean you're going to be a good partner. What is this? I don't understand this thing. You can be a good guy. Doesn't mean you deserve marriage. Doesn't mean you deserve to be married. Doesn't mean that you deserve to, produce offspring for the next generation. Be a good guy. Why, because you're a good guy, do you expect women in return? I don't understand that. Usually when they say this, it means that the person was indeed not perfect, but wasn't the right person. It's not you, it's me. So why is she telling us? Because there are women who are sharing their stories. I know y'all would really want to silence a woman because, see, here we are. We're back here. In a patriarchy, they have conditioned and socially conditioned the women to believe that your greatest accomplishment is to be married. So for a woman to say, to be engaged, accept a marriage proposal, and then say, you know what, on second thought, I'm cool. That goes against your social conditioning. For a woman to not desire marriage goes against the social conditioning. If a woman, you have gotten the bad ding 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 for a man to propose, then you got another badge because you accepted it. Now you're on your way to get married. Everybody is happy. Oh my God, you're getting married and blah blah blah. Now she says, you know what, actually no, I changed my mind. Now it's like, what? He's a good man, why wouldn't you want to marry him? When she even saying out her mouth, we are not in alignment. If you're not in alignment before the marriage, after the marriage, you're really going to be out of alignment. Because you're going to be fucking pissed off that you made a decision that you knew you shouldn't have made. Oops, wrong aisle. You went down the wedding aisle and you should have been going down the aisle to get on a motherfucking plane to go on a fucking trip. That's where all that wedding money should have went to, is a motherfucking vacation. I'm just saying. Here she goes, Amara. This is a woman. What does my gender want? So, ma'am, yes, you are a woman living in this system. Not every woman. This is a person who believes that every woman desires that. I tell you, even the way that I speak, I listen to other women online. You got a married woman over there saying the same shit I'm saying. Shout out to Bourbon Bougie. She's a married woman. Bonnie Blue, a married woman. Right? So if the married women are telling you, hey, watch out, do this, and if you put so much stock and they're qualified to speak on these things because they are married, not every woman desires marriage. There are a lot of women who are married who never desired marriage. They've been socially programmed to desire things they don't even understand why they desire them. Because once they get in the relationship, they're like, bitch, what the fuck is this shit? And all the women underneath in where the red balloons are talking about, come play with us. No. I don't know what kind of game y'all playing down there. No. Relationships evolve. People change. Better to realize it now than later. I wish both of them peace and better matches ahead. That man dodged the biggest bullet ever. Social media is a drug for narcissists. While you name yourself king. Okay. Never be a soft ass dude because you choose women like this. Man up. Ending the engagement, new chapter. Lady, you're 40. Your egg carton ain't got no more eggs. These are men. She's a soft 6. Look at her. This man said that this woman is a soft 6. Look at her bob. It's really bobbing. She's a pretty girl. And nothing, there's no 6 about her. And she don't even have any makeup on. She don't have no makeup on. And this man is saying she's a solid 6. I wish I could zoom in on your motherfucking face. Oh, of course it's not you. It's a picture of Jay-Z, another ugly motherfucker. And as her punishment, she should never get a good man. So she should be punished for changing her mind and deciding not to get married. She should be punished for that. As her punishment, she should never get a good man or a good relationship again. She shall be banished to the realm of bad men, abusers, etc. from now on. This man is wishing that the next relationship she's in are with abusers and bad men because she decided not to get married.
Tired ass, po ass, raggedy ass, slow ass niggas.
At least she made up her mind about changing her mind. Always be the opposite of what she says she wants. I'm 85.79% sure that women in her village are single. That's what happens. That's just what people say for PR reasons. He was a nice guy, but things just didn't work out. Is girl code for he never did no bullshit, but wasn't impressive. He got comfortable being stagnant, and the future I saw with him was not what I wanted to be in. Right? You have a woman translate. Girl, this is crazy. The man says she should be banished to bad relationships and abusers. And they're saying he dodged a bullet, and don't be a soft ass man because you choose women. Never be a soft ass man because you'll end up choosing a woman who accepts a marriage proposal but then says, I changed my mind. The men are literally upset. And this, while they try to shame you because they know you've been socially conditioned to desire something that doesn't benefit you, so they can even use it to shame you with it. You'll never be married, says the out of all groups of men, along with black women, black men are the least likely to get married. So while they throwing it in your face, these men are the same men that they may have children, but they'll never be married. Half of them will never be married. But they can throw it in your face because they know the social conditioning. They know you've been socialized to believe that I deserve a man. I want to have a man. They even think lesbians want men. Like literally, that is a deep embedded programming that I don't care what you say. And the fact, like I said yesterday, the fact that I have so much criticism for this group of people, tell me I'm a lesbian. But then also there will people be like, she wants a man, she wants a man, she wants a man. But then they even tell the lesbians, you just hadn't had the right piece of dick yet. They don't believe that women don't want to be in relationship with them. They don't believe it. And there are women who don't believe it either. Ooh, girl, we just hit an hour. I want to see what some of those. Ooh, get it together, girl. I want to see some of the comments. It's 2,000 comments. Oh, no, it's more than 2,000. I said, I also think if couples are required to have 200 hours of couples therapy before being granted a marriage license, fewer marriage licenses would be issued. A marriage license is the only license you can get without proving that you're competent to receive it. And it needs to expire and have an option to be renewed. I agree. That's what somebody came underneath and said. Somebody else said more people should do this. Here's another comment that I left. The majority of people who get married have no business getting married. So glad she made the decision before she legally tied herself to someone. A lot of people aren't going to understand this because women are conditioned to believe that the ultimate accomplishment is to get a ring and get married. So she might have some people not on her side, but I applaud women who actually know when to dip the fuck out. Shout out to y'all. I'm sure there's plenty of you in the comments that have said, I changed my mind. Some of y'all changed your mind when you was walking down the aisle. And you're like, shit, I'm already halfway through. You don't want to embarrass the motherfucker. You got to stroke his ego while you pay for the wedding. Girl, isn't that crazy? And traditionally, all you traditional girls, make sure your parents are alive so they can pay for your wedding, because that's the tradition. You got to pay for being sold off, girl. I can't take it. While casually applying makeup. Good for her. Better than divorce. If nothing happens, something happened. Men change their minds all the time. Good for her. I'm just not understanding why she made this our business. If you truly desire to move on and out in peace, don't involve unnecessary parties in your decisions. Social media is literally out here driving the way people live life. Sad, because we're socializing through media. Again, forming very quick relationships with people that you're in threads with, forming really parasocial relationships with people that you often see in different threads. You see them and you laughing with them. We're socializing. We are talking to each other. That's why the people hate TikTok, because people are just talking. Just talking. TikTok is what they should call it. TikTok. Talk. TikTok. That's what they should call it, because that's what people are doing. Just hitting the button, sharing their opinions about anything and everything. Just sharing them. And what's happening is women are sharing their stories and letting other women know, because I'm sure there are plenty of women who have come across this post who are in the same exact position. Because don't we talk about how one story can be the same from one part of the globe to the next? I'm sure there's women in that thread, that this post has crossed over their screen, who are in the same exact position, about to be married, accepted a marriage proposal, in counseling, and realizing that this is not the man for me, or we're not in alignment at all. He has some weird views on how to discipline children. He has some weird views on how to raise children. Oh no, we're out of alignment. I would never want this man to be the father of my children. Different things come up in therapy. You hear me? That's why they want you to skip all of that. They want you to skip looking at his assets. They want you to skip looking at what the fuck he can do for you. They want you to skip over all that and be in fucking love. And then you making decisions that are completely irrational. And then when you finally wake up, you're like, bitch, what the fuck did I do? You had birds chirping around your head and heart eyes coming out because you were so in love. You didn't find out if the nigga was on any registries. You didn't find out if the nigga owes anybody anything. You didn't find out if he actually does have a portfolio and might not be telling you the truth. You didn't do nothing but fall in love. And here we are a year later, because in a year you should know whether or not you want to marry somebody. He should know whether he wants to spend his life with you after 2 years. And then you get mad when people get divorced. They got married after 2 years, less than 2 years. Y'all told them they should know they got married after 2 years, and now they divorced before the 8th year. And everybody's like, oh, girl, he was the wrong person for you. You better, what is the thing that y'all say? You better know who you have kids with. It's your fault. And then the crazy part is it's your fault. All back around, it's your fault. That man said she deserves abusers and bad men. They're wishing abuse on this woman because she changed her mind. This is embarrassing to him, I'm sure. Sometimes it's okay to move in silence and not tell the world your personal business. And it's good that she realized it wasn't going to work before signing them papers. Love that for her. Didn't waste her time anymore. Sometimes cheating isn't always a deal breaker. Hope they both heal and find the love they deserve. Some people don't, girl. Men do this all the time. Actually, lots of people do, but now it's an issue. If you wake up not wanting me no more, tell me like she did. Please don't waste any more of my time. Exactly. She's emotionally intelligent. She exhausted all of her options, feelings, etc. She couldn't find happiness. I agree with you, boo. May this type of woman never find my son. Y'all stay safe, fellas. I just talked about this the other day. People don't realize it's okay to move on without demonizing the situation. You're allowed to do that. Y'all don't vet people long enough, have sex way too fast, and mistake dopamine for love. Patience and a clear mind from staying connected to divine intuition will prevent 99% of these types of situations. He's telling the truth. Who is this? Oh, this is a man on tonight's conversation. I don't, oh, yeah. He has a good opinion. Here, this guy here. That was his comment. That was a good comment. Y'all don't vet people long enough, and vetting is couples counseling. Yep, she changed her mind, and the man is wishing harm on her. I do. I think therapy should be required before issuing a marriage license. I think every person who wants to get married should go through couples counseling. I think you should have 24 sessions. You can go twice a month for a year. You should, and then come back and let us know if you still want this marriage license. And I really truly believe a lot of people, but see, that doesn't make this system money for you to actually think about this specific business decision. For you to go into it blind is insane, because nowhere else. That's why I don't understand all of these women who are entrepreneurs, own their businesses, are bosses in their business, but when it comes time to the relationship part of business, the business of relationships, it's like their marbles become unhinged and it's just rattling around in their brains. And it's unfortunate. So anyways, we're going to go, and you have a right to change your mind. Shout out to the girls who changed their minds, and do it. I feel like more women should literally, I feel like a lot of women don't change their minds because they don't want to hurt somebody's feelings. And it's like all of this labor, this emotional labor on you, when you could be like, you know what, fuck this. Yes, it's scary. It's scary to start over, but that's a part of the journey, the next level. Now you're going into the level of, like, now you can check off your list: was engaged, declined the marriage. What a story to tell. What a story to tell. And I'm glad and I'm thankful that more women are sharing their stories. I wish I had someone. She's 31 years old. That's when I moved to Atlanta, on the way to 31. And my entire life, I made a decision, and my life went in a different direction than what I had planned for my life. I made decisions that changed the course of my life. And that's just what it is. 31. I wish, girl, when I tell you, I wish somebody was in my ear the way these women are in everybody's ears. Please share your stories. Share your stories. Don't let anybody shame you. And part of, the first thing you have to do is forgive yourself, right? You feel like you've been hustled. You feel like somebody pulled the wool over your eyes. You feel like this fucking system really sold me a bill of goods, right? You don't know what the hell you've been sold, but it doesn't benefit you. So you don't want to participate in it anymore. And you have every right not to participate in a system that is harmful to you. Other people might want to experience, right? So they can have on their list, got married, girl. Part of life, in the game of life, get married, get a divorce. If that's what you want to do, girl, just to experience it, then do it. Then do it. But if you change your mind, be okay with that. And don't let anybody shame you. I can't believe that there are men in the comments wishing harm on her just because she changed her mind about getting married. That's insane. Can you imagine? That's insane. For him to be, he wishes abusive men. I wish you abusive men because you changed your mind on getting married. But go ahead, go out there and find your Prince Charming, girl. I'm gonna finish smoking my reefer. I'm gonna make me a bite to eat. It's New Year's Eve. Happy New Year's to y'all. Happy New Year's. Happy New Year. For the Gregorian calendar. And then on the first new moon is Chinese New Year. So then that will be the year of the fire horse. So we out here. I think it's also a year 10. It's a 10 or 1, depending on the way you look at it. It's 10 or a 1 year. And I think I pray and hope that everybody have a wonderful year. Set your goals, set your whatever, if this is a way to restart whatever it is, or reset, if you're using this time to reset, we can reset at any time, right? But if you're using this as a symbolism to reset some things, go ahead and do it. Put yourself first. That's that the first thing on your to-do list for next year, 2026. Put myself first. That's number one. That's your number one New Year's resolution. Put myself first. No is a complete sentence, girl. And don't do anything that doesn't feed your soul. You understand what I'm saying? That doesn't feel right, right? Remove the people, places, things, jobs, friends, whatever. Do whatever you need to do to prune, and start. If you're going to use this day to reset and start a new mañana, then buen suerte a todos. So take care of each other, protect your energy, and let's get down in the comments. Peace.
Oh, you're 24? Never get married. If I could go back in time, I would never, ever get married. I would never get married. Yeah, I think it all went downhill once I got married. Yep, that's my son. I love him, but if I could go back in time, I would never get married or have children. It ruined my life, yeah. Never trust a man, they're all cheaters. Yeah. Yeah, that's my husband. I don't trust him at all. If I could go back in time, I would have never gotten married. Never get married. Never get married. You like to travel? That's awesome. Keep doing that. Don't ever, ever tie yourself down to a man. Ever. Ever. Have a million boyfriends at the same time. Never commit to one, because it'll just ruin your life. You're too beautiful. You are so beautiful. Never, ever get married. Once I got married and I had kids, I had to give up on all my dreams. I wanted to be a painter. Haven't painted in years. Don't ever get married. You're so beautiful.